Increase your profitability in 1 hour. Hi, this is Casey Brown from Boost Pricing, and I want to address how price execution can get lost in the shuffle during the busyness of business. With all the chaos every business has been going through during the past several years, everything from the pandemic to shutdowns to record levels of demand to supply chain interruptions to the war for talent to soaring inflation, many businesses have found it takes a lot more time and effort to sell and serve their customers. You're working very, very hard every day to continue to sell more, faster, at higher prices, and you're working very, very hard every day to serve the customers with excellence. You're on a hamster wheel of selling and then serving, and you're doing it very well. You never want to fall off the wheel because you can't afford not to sell, and you certainly will never be the kind of company that doesn't deliver with excellence, that doesn't deliver a flawless customer experience. The problem arises when you're so busy selling and serving and delivering and executing that the thing that gets the least amount of focus in your business is strategic price management. Making sure you're being surgical and strategic about every pricing decision you make. Making sure you're maximizing every single 0.5%, 1%, 2% on every single product, every single service, every single customer, every single opportunity, every single proposal, every single bid, every single day. Every single time. Not just slapping the same old margins you had before. Managing through the crazy inflation with margin neutral price increases. In other words, keeping up. Because keeping up isn't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being very strategic and looking ahead. Coming up from out of the trees and looking around and making sure you're still pointed at the mountain. Forecasting what's coming. Making sure that you're very strategic in your decision making. To take a tiny pause from the hamster wheel to say, am I being paid well to be on this hamster wheel, to work this hard? Think about how many hours you spent last week managing sales, growing sales, meeting with customers, preparing bids and proposals, everything you did to grow and manage sales for your organization. How many hours of your week did you spend, or what percentage of your week did you spend? When you have that number, write it down. Now think about how many hours you spent last week on the execution, the delivery, making sure the customer is served, chasing labor and people and product and everything it takes to make sure your customers are well served. The execution side, the delivery side of your promise. How many hours did you spend on that? Or what percentage of your week? For many of you right now, who are running faster than ever, it probably feels we already hit 200%. Now, how many hours a week are you spending on surgical and strategic, profitable pricing decision-making and planning? Now, I don't mean, hey, we have a brand new customer opportunity. What margin should we put on that? Or how should we price this SKU? Or what margin should we put on this project or for this service? Those are tactical discussions and decisions, and they're very important. I know you think about and talk about pricing and margins all the time, especially in recent history with all the inflation. But at a strategic level, how much time and effort are you spending on pricing? For many organizations, it's virtually zero or literally zero. But even if it's 10% of your time, it's always getting the smallest chunk of your focus. There is not a more profitable decision you can make than putting one more hour of your week into this conversation, thinking about and looking at more strategic pricing for your business, spending more time talking to your salespeople about it, looking at the strategic pricing decisions they're making or not so making, and having more conversations about that. Put it on your calendar.